People who don't wear underwear, why? At home I wear basketball shorts with no underwear, only at home, because holy shit is it comfortable. Because I'm a lazy pos that doesn't do laundry often. No panty line under dresses and you get to feel like you have a secret all day. Free the ball sack. Do girls get cooter lint? Always bunches up, it's more comfortable to not have any, especially when it's hot outside. I like to feel my balls slap around. Sup with that. I never saw a sign in the street that obligated me to wear it at all. Pants either. Only when I sleep cuss who wants to be confined by M. It's just one more pit stop on the trip to Pound Town, baby. And by Pound Town I mean people kicking my bare ass after using the term Pound Town. Ain't nothing gonna wrangle my grapes. Better question is why wear underwear? I rarely find a good enough reason to put them on. So much freedom. Freshness without. Not to mention looks better with no panty lines. To assert dominance over you underwear wearing peasants. I just didn't wear my boxers one day, couldn't tell you why. That was 7 years ago, and I just feel like they're extra laundry. Haven't worn any since. When I hike, I don't wear underwear. Experience has taught me that sweat, chafing, and a sensitivity to synthetic fabrics will turn my undercarriage into a raw, painful place after a few miles. Party girls don't wear panties because the underwear ruined their look of mini dresses. Feels democratic and democracy is the best regime we've had yet. My nuts are like Ash's Pikachu sometimes. They don't like to be confined. Gotta keep that sperm count up. I don't need to. I have dermatographia, so if I wear something with an elastic band, I'll get what resembles burn blisters where the band was resting. It sucks because there's some seriously cute designs out there now. My sweat is slightly corrosive, same as my blood. It's something that runs on my father's side of the family, so if I'm sweating my underwear will trap my sweat and I'll get burns/server rashes on my legs and thighs, making walking very painful. Edit, glad my family ain't the only one with this problem. I'll go ahead and give Gold Bond a try. Now I'm free. Free ballin'. I'm severely incontinent, so I do wear something, it's just not underwear. I'm free. I'm unfettered. I'm like a naked innocent boy roaming the countryside. I wear a suit 5 days out of the week. When I jump into casual clothes, I want the least amount of clothing possible. It's my way of sticking it to the man, which I grew up to be. Not everywhere, but I'm starting to more and more. Started just sleeping and it was very comfortable and freeing, so I started to leave them off during the day a few times. Feels kind of weird when I'm picking my son up from daycare, like I don't think it looks any different, but I feel a bit exposed. Because my butt eats the underwear and makes an unintentional thong, which is not fun. And because freedom too. Let my lady bits breath. Plus it's fun. Panties are for periods, and special occasions only. Done it for years, BCS, it's comfortable and free. I like the uncertainty of not knowing whether or not I'll zip my junk after using the restroom. Nobody knows unless I'm wearing a dress, so why? It's so uncomfortable. I stopped wearing them a while ago, during a fat phase when it felt like my pants were so tight that even the thin layer of underwear underneath made them unwearable. Anyway, I just got used to not wearing underwear and now they feel uncomfortable. Liberty? Feelsgoodman.jpg. Not much of a reason that I need to wear underwear. I am not having any incontinence issues, or unexpected anal discharges, and as a man I don't have to deal with menstruation. The only time I wear underwear is when I am going to the gym so I can prevent any unwanted visuals to the other patrons. If you have a dick and you've never tried going all natural while wearing a kilt in the summer, you're missing out on the most comfortable clothing experience of your life. I have a hard time going back to pants after wearing my kilt for a day. Every time I am asked this question, I feel like I have a perfectly justifiable reason. I actually just started dating someone and this question came up, with roughly the same response I always get. Which is wow, holy shit, I get it. My stepmother's father died when I was 13. We were not close. She was a constant source of pain in my life. This is an illustrative point about almost all our interactions. She went to her parents' house, collected all of his tighty-whities, brought them home, and gave them to me to wear. I should point out that my dad was a millionaire, we did not need hand-me-down underwear, and she could have given them to her son. Instead, she gave them to me, threw away all of my existing underwear, then physically examined me every morning to make sure that I was wearing them. After a couple of weeks of this, I snapped and threw them all away. She retaliated in a number of ways, one of which was to declare that I wouldn't have any underwear at all. Which I did not until I left for university. As a broke college student, it wasn't weird, and I didn't have the money to buy any more anyway. By the time I could afford underwear, I was conditioned against it. I have a couple pairs of boxers I wear for formal occasions and some athletic jockeys for when I run more than 15 kilometers. I am 37 years old, and I haven't worn any since my senior year of high school, 18 years old, really. The only reason is that I find it much more comfortable, and I get hot easily, so removing a layer is always helpful. And yes, this applies at all times, meaning that I don't wear any when out with my friends, going on dates, or at work. I don't even own any and haven't for over a decade. My penis has kind of a weird texture and elasticity. It tends to curl up into annoying shapes when in contact with most fabrics. I really hate it when I urgently have to go to the toilet and upon arrival have to spend like 2 minutes unfurling this agonizing pretzel that has formed in my underpants. So I just stopped bothering, lol. I hated wearing PJs because they would get wadded up. Pajamas got skimpier and skimpier until I took my underwear off. I realized how blissfully comfortable I was and tried not wearing underwear during the day. It feels way comfier. Now the only undies I wear are lingerie when I want to feel really sexy, and that's usually specific occasions. Somehow it also keeps me modest. I only wear skirts that are just above the knee or longer. Most of my skirts are to the ankle and flowy or 2 layers. If I wear anything shorter than mid-high, it is usually around the house or me luring my sweetie into the woods. Never could figure out why you were supposed to. What is the actual purpose of underwear, aside from thermal underwear, in cold weather? I suffer no discomfort, quite the opposite, in fact. Since I don't see a useful or practical purpose for them, I don't see any point in wearing them. You know the answer to the question. You are just too cowardly to accept true freedom. You ask yourself, what would it be like? Is it better? Will anyone know? You dream of the day in where you can rid yourself of the shackles of oppression. Alas, you cannot, because you are the ultimate servant of the oppressor, fear-driven and weak, so you will always question and always dream, but you shall never know liberty. Okay, I have a legit weird answer for this one. I used to wear underwear every day like most people. Then I moved into this apartment with a friend. At first things were pretty normal, but after a few months I realized that my underwear supply was dwindling. I want to clarify that I'm sure my friend/roommate was not taking my underwear. I was like 250 plus pounds with a huge ass and she was like 5'2", 98 pounds soaking wet. She did not have any use for my fat girl granny panties. Well, we were like 19 and 21 years old, so we were not keeping up with our housework like we should have. I figured when I finally did all the laundry I would find a bunch of underwear that got lost in the mess. But I didn't. At this point I had bought those cheapo 12 packs from Walmart a bunch of times and they just kept disappearing. I still thought that maybe there was just a secret pile of my underwear somewhere that I just couldn't find. I considered that someone was stealing them from the community laundry room, but who would steal only giant cotton panties? Still, this is the only conclusion that makes sense. Anyway, eventually I just could not afford to keep buying underwear that would disappear. Even though they were cheap, I was broke and working 2 jobs. So I just stopped buying new ones and eventually they all were gone and I just stopped wearing underwear completely. We moved out and cleaned the whole apartment top to bottom, completely 100% empty, and I never found any of my missing underwear. I don't doubt that our apartment could have been stolen from. The maintenance crew would let themselves in all the time. Like, put in a work order and they would just bust in to fix your shit whenever. One time they did that and took $5 and a bag of weed off the table. Frown. I just find it hard to believe that anyone would steal a fat girl's granny panties when there was an objectively way more attractive person to be stealing underwear from. I mean, I know some people are into big girls, but they weren't even sexy underwear. Like big old white cotton drawers. I went a couple years going commando 100% of the time, like I didn't even own panties. I just bought some one day, I don't even remember why. But after a couple months of wearing them occasionally, I finally got back to the point of I can't put on clothes without underwear. Again? Also I lost a bunch of weight, so I got to get cute ones. Smile. It's been a wild ride. I hope my granny panties are out there living their best life. Or getting wildly masturbated into by my stalker, either way is fine.